Well, we're at the venue for round 3 of the Motoduro Nationals, and what a venue this is going to be. We were originally going to come here. Obviously we had to swap some of the dates around. We had to postpone it due to the regulations with COVID in Wales. There was a couple of discrepancies, but we're all up and running and we are so excited about this venue. If I show you around there, that's all a motocross loop. We're going to be going into the wooded sections over there, coming out of the past that race control van over there. Then you drop through a tunnel and then you're going right up over the top onto a sand track. There's a quarry section, then you're going to be working along the veranda, dropping along back down, and then we'll be coming back into this field. Now this is the start area, and we'll be going right around there up to where those sheep are. The sheep obviously will be moved by the time we get to our event next week. And then we have two options. We keep them either on the motocross track and let the traffic thin out on the opening lap, and then on the second lap, which is what we're probably going to do, then you're going to use that wooded section, then come back onto the motocross track. So when we're marking out the circuit, we'll obviously look at that, the options we've got there. But fantastic venue, and I'll show you around some of the sections. So you're going to come off the motocross track just behind me, and then we're going to come down into a nice little bit of wooded area. Now we're going to probably do this, as I say, I think on the second lap. So there'll be a marshal. We'll use the motocross track to thin the traffic out, because we've got a very big entry, especially for the adults. But not to worry, this is a very big lap on this circuit. The other events, we've had that motocross feel where it's been a bit short circuit, quite intense. This is probably still going to be pretty intense, but this is getting more enduro in length. Big long lap on this one. So you're going to be coming, look at this, beautiful nice single track stuff, old school climbs, little banks, so you've got all of this great stuff, proper old school. Going down there now, you'll be running all the way along there. It's going to be quite a long section. I'm not going to show you all of that bit, so you'll be doing pointing the camera all over the place. Now the ground, I've been to go and pick up our lovely new team jackets for all the organisers and crew. It's been absolutely torrential rain in the rest of the UK. Here it is in Wales, which is normally renowned for rain. It's bone dry. Fortunately the forecast, and I actually do say fortunately, the weather forecast is some rain in the week, and we need it. And then the weather forecast for next weekend, it's going to be nice. So it will be the Saintswell Sizzler. And you can just see now, so you've gone all through the woods down there, and then you're going to come nice bit of old school single track again there, and then I'll drop you back onto the motocross track. I'm not going to go all around there, but as I say, with the weather forecast, we should be looking at perfect weather conditions, track conditions and everything. I know at the previous round, especially on the fire roads, we had a bit of dust. Now unfortunately there wasn't much we could do with it on that one, but we are going to be running more events at that venue. The landowner was really pleased, and some practice days as well. Obviously we've now got more time, because that was pretty much natural forest that we were using there, so a lot of work went into the circuit. But this time we can do a little bit more work. We won't be using the fire roads as much, because I can cut some links through the forest as well, get away from using the fire roads. So whatever the times we ever use that venue again, we're not really going to have much problem with dust, because the forest sections were fantastic, and I know you all love those forest sections. And what I am trying to do with these events is make them flow as well. So the circuits, I think coming from a motocross venue, none of these events that I'm running, I don't want any stoppy starty stuff. I want you to really feel that you're on the pace and it's a nice flowing circuit, and this one's going to be exactly the same. That section through the woods, it's really nice flowing trails. Then you're back onto the motocross track, and then I'm going to show you over there, which is going to be the sand track, the quarry, and some open fields. And so let's go and have a look at those bits. So as we've just said, you've gone all through those woods, and then you're going to be dropping round back onto the motocross track. Here's the race control bit. Now check this bit out, because this is going to be quite funky. Then you're going to come in and you've got a nice little tunnel to go through here, and then we're going to be kind of opening out old school hare and hounds bit now again. So we'll be going along here, and then I'm going to try and show you, see all this bit down here as well. I'm quite excited about this. This is where all the veranda bit is. You're going to be coming and dropping back down and then going back around down to loop onto the motocross track. There is so much here. An amazing venue, and I hope it goes really well for both us and Adam and everybody here, because definitely love to be using this place again. It's a real jaw dropper, eye opener of a circuit. Great facility. So anyway, going along here, and then I'll show you one of the next sections. Well, to catch my breath, so you're going to be coming along here, sweeping up. The soil now is getting like sand, almost like shale type, almost like speedway shale. Coming up round here. Now the autos and 65s, you'll be looping off down there and then going back around. So only adults and the 85s will be coming up this section, and this is going to what's called the sand track. This is what they use in the winter for practice. So that's your climb up. So you've come out of that section. Now you can see where the old track marks are around there, around the valley as well. You're doing some of that. That's some of the valley on the other side when you're returning back towards the motocross track that we're going to be using. But here's the climb into the sand track. Adam's already been around doing a bit of grading. They ran a sprint enduro here not long ago. I believe they're in a British sprint enduro here as well. Prestigious venue really, so we're very honoured, and I feel very privileged to give you riders a chance to come and compete at this venue, because I would say this is probably one of the premium best venues in the UK that I've seen. And here we go, more sand stuff. And you can see what I mean about this being a long lap. We've come a full motocross track, a wood section, open fields, now into a sand circuit. Now I have made the decision not to ride this event, because when I took on running them, I was expecting them only to be like a small club event, and it's exploding quite rapidly. So there's a lot of work to do on the day, because we want these events to run really smoothly. There you go, a bit more of the sand loops up and round. So I don't know whether I'll be riding. There's a lot to do, and we've been so busy. I haven't even been able to do the race videos because I've been so busy with my other business, with the CBD oil and my grounds maintenance work. But you look at it and you just go, well, I'm going to have a lot of fun with the pit bike market out. Obviously the KTM tape, that's from the sprint enduro that was here not long ago. We'll have our own tape up, going right up there, sand track, down here. Now all the venues, we've got a couple of old school Blackheath venues coming up as well. The final round might be the venue that we've just had in Sarn, because that proved to be a massive hit. So do keep an eye on the Facebook group page for the entries, because we're selling out weeks in advance, and our aim is just to give you really good fun events to ride in. And we are going all the way down here. Look at this, just look at this. Oh right, I'm not going to go that far over. This is the sand track, so you're going all the way over there, up, see where that yellow digger is there, then round there you can see the valley. That should take us then to the quarry section. I just want to give you a little taster. Obviously entries are closed for this. We did have a few reserve riders. Those reserve riders will be notified this week. We'd had a couple drop out with injuries, and I think there was a couple couldn't make the date change, because obviously we had to date change with the Welsh COVID restrictions, but that's all in the past now. We're all able to run. It will obviously still be social distancing and masks, and keep yourself sanitized, and be sensible. Coming down now all the way through this gully, down through here, nice little stream crossing, nothing too technical. There's a grid over it. We'll tidy all this obviously, because I've obviously had an event here last week. This is the quarry section, so there you go, nothing extreme. Runs all the way through here. It's nice that there's a lot of pegs here already, because that last event that we did at Sarn, a lot of work went into that one, I can tell you. There was a lot of tree cutting, a lot of hedge cutting. There was a team of guys on that, and we worked hard on that for a week to get that venue. But this one, already an established venue, and as I say, I feel really honoured that Adam's allowed us to come here and run an event, because I think we're going to be offering you guys something really special here. Certainly a big coup for the Blackheath club, my old motocross club from the late 80s, if you're wondering how I got involved with this. And then Lee Wotton and the Blackheath club, to keep the name going, kindly asked me if I'd be interested in taking it on, and I'm really glad I have, because the feedback from the last two events now has been unanimous, and the fact that we're selling out events already, even by round 3, is great. Now we're going up through there. There's a long gully. The rain's going to start now at last, and then it'll be dropping along into these fields. So I'm going to head back to the van. But there you go, that's a teaser. There's no more reserve riders to be taken. Those that were on the reserve list will be notified tonight or tomorrow. You will be in.